Hey, and welcome back to Let's Play the Simpsons games DS. We're now on part 10. As you remember, we didn't quite finish this level. And when I say we didn't quite finish this level, it means we still have a lot to do in this level. So yeah, now we're on these are, you know, as this whole game's all about parodies, and this is a dungeon crawler parody. I'm not really sure what game specifically because, you know, I'm a bit too young to know. I didn't play these sort of games, you know, the ones where you're roaming about this sort of area. I actually can't really name any either. I just, you know, it's something that's I just never played. I never play those sort of games, you know. I had a NES and played old games, but I didn't have anything like this, you know. With my NES I was playing Mario, stuff like that. I was only like 4 at the time, so I wasn't going to be playing anything like this. So yeah, it's the same kind of stuff. You're Marge, and you can beat up Orc Moe as you do, and then you have your guys that you can command. Although I found that you don't need to command them on this section at all, really. Just have them following you, and then you can go and when you run into enemies, they attack automatically. So don't, you know, I wouldn't bother. If you're playing on the DS, just put the stylus down. I wouldn't bother having it up at this point because you don't need it. Because Marge can also attack, so. And yes, this is me not knowing what to do, which is a tradition. Because what you're meant to do is destroy the houses. So, I didn't know this. I really should have known. This is my bad. You know, sometimes I make excuses about why I messed up, but this is all on me. I should have known. I actually already destroyed a house in the last part, so I have no idea how I didn't think to destroy these houses. But there we go. So yeah, I have now figured out the very intense puzzle. It's very scary, this place. So let's go beat up Moe. I hate that guy. And Warrior Otto. Okay, see, but like I said, they should attack, but they didn't attack those people for some reason. So yeah, that's what you gotta do. Because it's a parody, you gotta find gold keys. And strangely enough, there's not actually a video game cliche associated with it. I would have thought there would have been a gold key video cliche, or defeat all the enemies and the key appears, because that is a bigger cliche than certain stuff in this game. But well, I guess they missed a trick there. Come on me, kill that house. Punch that skull house to the ground. Obviously, that's what you gotta do. So what you gotta do in this level, punch down buildings. Marge is a very strong woman. I'll give her that. No, for someone with her ridiculous hair, she's pretty, you know, pretty buff. And that could have sounded really, really wrong, but you know what I mean. And if you're thinking of something sick, then you're the sick one, not this guy, okay? I'm just saying. I guess that's why she has a ridiculous hair. If anyone slags it off, she just punches their house down. It's like, oh, here comes Marge. Nice hair, Marge. No, I hate your hair, Marge. Get out of here. And then she's like, right, I'll see you later tonight. And then just punches it down. That's what I would do if I could punch down buildings without it hurting too much. Although she's not really punching it down, she's more karate chopping. I guess that's where I've been going wrong. When I've been trying to take buildings down, I've been going for the classic punches and kicks, but I guess you kind of got to slap them. If you want to take down a building, always slap them. It's obvious. So yeah, there's not much going on at the moment on the screen, so that's good. So yeah, what have you guys been up to? I've been just so you know, at this point of me recording this, I have finished this game. That means I'm a bit of an expert now. I know what's going on. I know the dealio. So I should be a bit more informed than I previously was. Not that we're not that far away from the end, but we still got a few parts. In case you're wondering, it's not like the next video is the last part. We've still got quite a lot to do. Because at the moment, the storyline's a bit, you know, I guess the storyline makes more sense in the console version. Not that it doesn't make sense in this. It's not like it's lost or anything like that and hard to follow, but Yeah, because I think we're trying to find the key cards or something. I mean, I really couldn't tell you, loyal viewer. It's something like that. Yeah, we're trying to find the 4 key cards, but I don't think we actually get one at the end of this. I think this level's just in there for the sake of it, which is kind of, oh, I mean, you know, you already know my opinion of this level. If you watch the last part, you know what I think of this level. And I'm not a fan, I'm afraid. Watch out, watch out! So yeah, you can't shoot. You can't shoot Orc Moe. You have to hit that button and just get killed a lot, which I'm an expert at being hit, so kind of works to my strength. The game knows what I like. So yeah, the combat, you know, as I've said before, isn't great, but you know, that only really becomes a problem a few times when there's like when you die and you spawn miles away. But we'll see that in the later videos. At the moment, this is pretty good. The Homer levels are pretty good actually, because Homer's not a very good jumper, because you know he's a fat 40-year-old guy. Actually, no, how old is Homer? Homer is, God, I should know this. I think Homer is actually, it's something like, I think he's 36, I think Marge is 38. I think technically, although that doesn't make any sense because they're in the same year at school in the season 2 episode where they show how they got together. So they should actually be the same age, but I think they are like 2 years apart. I think Homer is 36, which I always thought was strange. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, then I'm awesome, and I'm all about the trivia knowledge. Because I do know quite a bit about The Simpsons, which, I mean, everyone does though, right? I mean, it's a classic show. So we're using our inflatable powers. Well, now we gotta use the big ball powers. Poor Homer. I died straight away. I look back and laugh at it now, but at the time that was very frustrating. Because basically, what I would recommend, every time you see one of those ramps and you have to boost over it, don't press any buttons. Just press Y and let yourself go flying. Because I always press buttons and then I go too far or not far enough and I get killed in lava. Obviously. I think I actually did pull back on that bit though. Yeah, this is me killing Orc Moe. I think we're now. Do we become Marge? Yeah, we become Marge. Even though she was she standing there before? I don't think she was. She just showed up. Just, hey guys, it's Marge. Get rid of Orc Moe. See this? I don't know. Is it just me, or does it seem like they kind of miss a trick with some? Like the whole point in this game is to, you know, it's a Simpsons game that parodies video games, and I don't know. Don't you think it's weird? There's no shooting game. Like there's no FPS sort of style thing like Doom or anything like that. You would think that would be the one thing to do straight away. I mean, you wouldn't think dungeon crawler before first person shooter. I mean, I guess this was May 2007, so maybe things were so different back then. The first COD game had only come out, or the first, you know, in that line of COD games, Call of Duty 4. So I guess they weren't as popular. But if they did another one, they would have to, you know, they would have to do a first-person shooter version. Maybe something in the lines of, you know, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker's Bad Fur Day is an interesting game because it does the same sort of thing, just not, you know, as blatant. The whole point is that The Simpsons doing it. It's like, look, we're doing this. But, you know, Conker's Bad Fur Day was made by British people, so it's a bit more subtle. And when I say subtle, I mean swearing and violence and drugs. I think there's some drugs in there. I don't know, I've never played Conker's Bad Fur Day. I just watched an LP of it. And I've gone massively off topic, I'm sorry. I only did that because I did very bad at this jumping section. It's really hard. I mean, I know I always say this, but on the keyboard, to get the precise jumping, it's quite difficult. But I did it, so I'm pretty happy. Get to beat up some Moes, which I always enjoy. Yeah, that's what you get, Moe. Right, so yeah, this bit I got a bit confused on, obviously, because I get confused. A lot of stuff confuses me. This is the most confusing bit. Okay, I kill this guy. Okay, go over here, grab that. And then I turn around, and where did he come from? I have no idea where that Moe came from. Like, I just can't. I have no idea how he showed up. Because then I was a bit worried that they were going to respawn, but they don't. It's just him. We're just hiding in the teeth, holding in some mola. So yeah, what you meant to do, just, you know, just in case you're wondering yourself what I'm actually meant to be doing here, you gotta jump up these, and do I do it here? No, I don't. It just messes up. Yeah, you're meant to be going up there, and then this is my plan to see what's down here. And it turns out it's boiling hot lava. Who knew? I mean, just because there's been lava in the rest of the level doesn't mean there would be lava in the rest of the level. And those are two different rests, in case you're wondering. So yeah, this is in a video game cliche as well, which I thought was weird. Because this is another video game cliche. They've got a load of cliches that they just didn't point out, which is kind of weird. Maybe I should have made this game. And that is what we call a mess up. Well, the polite version is a mess up. The more explicit version is that I really screwed the dog on that one. And then the even more explicit version is not suitable, so I'm not going to say it. You can use your imagination. So yeah, here's another Maggie bit, which is fine, I guess. I mean, they had to have Maggie in there somehow. So, and they don't take too long, but so. I mean, it'd be cool if they did it like. What games am I thinking of? Like, maybe Ratchet & Clank I'm thinking of, where, you know, you'll send something. And in Banjo-Tooie I'm thinking of, where you have the little clockwork thing. They could have done a little mini game or something, but I'm not too bothered. Okay, here we are. This is the boss of this land, which is again the dragon. Which is, don't worry, I'm not going to spend the whole time moaning. And I'm not going to tell you about how this boss is awful, because this boss is fine. And yeah, we hit an invisible barrier, which kind of sucks. This boss is a lot easier. I think easier. Yeah, I would say it's easier, because what you can do, you can actually float up. You don't have to do like some horrible jumps. And as you can see, I'm trying to just charge at her with the fat guy thing. That's not what you want to do. I'll show you what you want to do in a second, I think. I hope so. What you want to do is this. Stay on her nest. Just jump up there and just go up on the nest, and then you can just punch her. It's a lot easier than waiting on the platforms and then firing your fat self everywhere. It's a lot easier. So this is what I would do. And it works pretty well. And I died, and you know, luckily, unlike probably every other boss in every other game, their health doesn't reset or anything. So you can actually jump up here. So it's really easy once you know that. I mean, even though you're going to get hurt a lot from the fire, you could just punch her in the face. I thought I'd go for the cheeky, you know, slam while she wasn't looking. Yeah, as you can see, there's a buff cap at the top. Buff cap? What am I talking about? A duff cap. So you can grab that if you want. I didn't grab it, but it's not exactly hidden. That's just more of a case of if you can be bothered, it's there. I think we're about to finish up this fight in a second. See, there we go, dead. So there should be a cutscene. So I'll see you next time. Bye.
I finally killed your sister. I'm the happiest magic guy in Pretend Land.
Well, at least we quit smoking. As much as I'm against murdering family members, it was nice to have a level away from the kids.
My precious.